What should I do about the note I found in my son's room? So my son, 15, came to me, 44F, and his dad/my husband, 42M, about wanting to see a counselor back in October. We sat down and had a talk with him, explaining that if he ever needed to talk about something, we're here to listen and love him no matter what. We talked for a while and he told us that he didn't want to share with us the reason he wanted to go, which is completely understandable. I told him, and we both respect his privacy and have been taking him to sessions weekly since. When cleaning out his room yesterday, I found a note in the chest of drawers beside his bed, titled "How I See Myself." I usually wouldn't go looking through my children's things without reason, but generally his drawers are just filled with rubbish he's too lazy to put in the bin. And I understand that it wasn't my place to read it and I should have left it there and pretended I never saw it. But I read it, and it was genuinely heartbreaking to read, knowing that this is how he feels about himself. It was lines of different negative views he has about himself, particularly ones such as that he feels unlovable, worthless, and a pain to everyone around me. Make me question whether I've done enough as a mum to make him feel valued and loved as a person. I believe that note was meant for his counselor, as he had talked about before having to write stuff down for their sessions. I told my husband what I had found and he thinks that it's best we just pretend it was never there, as what goes on between him and his counselor is private and we shouldn't interfere unless asked. But I think it would be a good idea if we talked to him about it, and maybe us three could sit down and go through it, helping him see that everything he listed isn't true together. He doesn't want to share those feelings with you guys. Plus you broke his trust by reading that shit. You telling him you read it and then expecting him to want to talk about it is ridiculous, and you should definitely leave it between your son and his counselor. Just be there for support if he asks for it. I'm glad you said it like that. The worst thing to do would be telling him you read it, or even hinting at knowing what he's going to counseling for. You broke his trust by reading that note. Do not make things worse by bringing it up to him. He has a counselor. He is working on himself. Your son will be okay. You need to support him when he needs it. Tell him you love him. I understand why you would want to talk about it, but please, don't. If he wanted you to know, he would have told you, and clear issues would arise if he thought you were snooping in his stuff and read something so personal. This doesn't mean you can't be there for him. Talk to him in a way that makes it clear that he isn't worthless or unlovable. Not all at once, or that would be suspicious. Be subtle, but be there for him, and try to make him comfortable talking with you. If he feels comfortable, he will come to you. My parents did this to me. Found a note I wrote in a dark place and then saved, cause even though I naturally got over some of the things in it, saving it meant something to me. They ambushed me with it, removed my chance to come out to them, and made me feel incredibly violated. Can tell you really care. The things you're writing here mean you really picked up on why he's suffering. I echo another poster: step up the positive affirmations and make sure he feels connected with the therapist. If he does, follow their lead together and just make yourself available. Don't tell him you read it. Instead, tell him how much you love him and positive affirmations every day. Depression kills. As a young person who wishes their parents had stepped in, I'd say this: you don't have to mention the note at all. Mentioning any specific behavior or action can be triggering or cause your child to feel guilt. I'd suggest that you simply reaffirm when dropping your child off at therapy, or at another situationally appropriate time, that you are proud of him for taking care of himself in this way, that by showing love to himself, he is showing the good person he is, and that you are so glad he is your child. Do not bring this up at any other time. He could be blindsided and feel self-conscious. Also, at an appropriate time, maybe you could talk about love languages. People feel cared for in different ways, and showing appreciation in the right way can totally turn someone's day around. Some like getting gifts, others like time together, others like words of affirmation, etc. Google has that for you. Showing love in the right way removes awkwardness and uncertainty. It makes it easier to say what you need to without pressure. It isn't your job to fix his issues. as hard as that is to accept. You just need to be a stable, loving presence, and that usually comes in very small actions. It sounds like your talk with him was supportive and loving, which is awesome. Good luck to you, and I hope your son feels better soon. 3. My best friend's 40M girlfriend, 26F, is jealous of me, 39F, over something that never happened. I'm sorry for the long post, but I'm trying to be as detailed as I can. Me and my best friend have been friends since we were 6. For that reason we have a really close friendship, but that seems to trigger his girlfriends, even though there was never something romantically going on between us. I've tried everything for them to like me, like hanging out, trying to include them in plans for them to see I'm not a threat to their relationship at all. He met this girl 4 months ago. I live in a foreign country and Jay only visit home once a year, so the only chance we get to hang out is when I'm in my home country. They went to visit me and my family together at my parents' house and I thought it went well. He never skips a Christmas visit and I'm never here on these dates, Christmas/Nye, so it was strange that he didn't visit at all on those days because he even visits my parents when I'm not home. So I texted him cause I'm leaving on Jan the 9th and he said that his girlfriend thinks there's something going on between us so she won't stop arguing about it. She even threatened me on a Facebook message saying that if she sees another text from me I'm in trouble and she's going to tell my husband. I've been married for 13 years and have 3 kids. She's foreign, and the relationship is really recent so she doesn't know me. This all happened because I sent him pictures of me and my kids. Since I don't post on social media I do like to share moments and pictures directly with my closest friends and family over texts. I'm not visiting with my husband over visa issues. Therefore he's not in the pictures, but they're friends themselves. My best friend introduced me to him at some party. I don't know how to proceed really. I don't want to lose my best friend over something this stupid. She won't listen to what I have to say and just gets more and more aggressive to me and my kids. Update, I did speak with him, but all I felt was that he's playing victim, claiming she's been awful to him as well. And even though she had no right to attack me or my family without even knowing us, I can't help but wonder how he's manipulated the situation. She texted me back again saying that I got what I wanted and that she's staying somewhere else because of a huge fight. But I'm really just fed up of the situation. Right now I don't feel like my friend is to be trusted at all and I'll just give this friendship a break. My life is nowhere near this kind of drama right now. Thank you all for taking the time to read this and give me advice. I really appreciate your comments. Big hug to you all. Your friend sounds incredibly shallow and is clear only thinking with his dick. She an absolute nightmare, but who cares, cause she's young and hot, right? I'd go low contact until he smartens up. The drama is just not worth it. If you push the issue she will just use it to perpetuate the narrative that you're jealous of her and have feelings for him. But don't be surprised if this turns into something long-term and serious. A lot of guys his age will attach themselves to younger women to compensate some sort of insecurities they have. Your friend has some issues. I'm mostly worried about your best friend dating someone almost half his age who doesn't seem mature at all. Your BF chooses these immaturities. Forward every single messages she sends you directly to your BF with the phrase "tell her to stop conscripting me." Does she send these messages to your female co-workers, business contacts? After a few messages block her, then keep sending him more pics. I think he knows about these texts. She sent them very late at night and they're living together, but from all the advice I'm starting to think he likes it, that his girlfriends try to play this possessive game with him or whatever, but I hate to be dragged into it every damn time. Never asked for it. So if everyone he dates is crazy, the common denominator is him. Either he mistreats them and drives them crazy, or he is attracted to toxic women. Either way it's his issue and not you. Also, you can have a friend that you care about that doesn't treat their intimate partners well. The red flags from him are strong, and if he chooses this life it's on him. I wouldn't waste 1 second worrying about it. Best of luck. This is not your problem, it's his. Let him deal with it. Are you worried she'll tell your husband? If so, why? How can I, 30F, gently tell my husband, 31M, I scratched his dream car? Update, I FaceTimed him and told him what happened. He was initially confused, then smirked at me. I was confused at this point, even after sending him the pictures. He laughed a little and explained not to worry. Well, when he first got the car, he took it to get detailed, which I knew about. I didn't know that he also had a paint protection film put on the car, which was the whole reason for the detail. I actually ended up scratching a plastic film over the paint. He actually told me I can fix it if I want to. And he walked me through the process of fixing the plastic by applying heat to it with a blow dryer and then rubbing it with my fingers back to normal. I had a heart attack over nothing. He then thanked me for being so concerned and telling him about what I did. He also said it would have been okay if I had scratched the paint, we would have just taken it to the body shop to fix. Sorry if I seemed freaked out over nothing, guys. I think remembering his excitement over those years of ordering the car and seeing pictures of the car being built made this a lot worse for me mentally. But thank you for your guys' advice. I've learned so much about car paint in a short amount of time. Hello everyone on Reddit. I made this throwaway so it can't possibly be tracked back to us. Some explaining. My husband has worked his ass off for years to finally be able to buy his dream Porsche. It's in a special color, which meant it was a 17K option alone and took months to paint. This is also a fairly dark paint color, so the scratch is easily seen from far away. I scratched it while it was in the garage. I was getting a box out of the garage. Carefully edged my way past the car and felt my heart sink when I felt my belt scratch the paint. My heart dropped as I saw a 4-inch long scratch on the side of the car. He's currently not home, he's at his parents' house now. He absolutely babies this car, it's his pride and joy. I'm absolutely scared at not only his reaction that I scratched his baby, but at the potential repair bill for the body shop / paint repair. This car was not cheap, neither was the paint color. I'm currently scared as he'd be devastated if anything happened to that car. Not angry, but just so sad seeing his baby have a 4-inch scratch on the front. Please Reddit, I'm begging for some advice. I'm scared shitless for both him and the repair bill. Edit, he's visiting his parents and will be gone for about 2 weeks to help them with some renovations. He left yesterday and of course I had to accidentally scratch it. Edit 2, for the curious, I got the paint name from him a little bit ago. His car is painted in midnight blue metallic with silver wheels. Hi, women here. Scratched my fiance brand new car like 3 months after he got it. I understand the fear. Here's what I did. I took a good picture of it and walked into our place and showed him. I apologized for being clumsy, and said I'd fix it. He was a little upset at first, but mentioned that it was better that he knew about it. We went out and looked at it together. Turns out it wasn't as bad as I was making it out to be. I scratched it with the corner of a box. It was able to be buffed out and can barely be seen. I'm sure that the scratch your belt made was deeper and to you looks horrible. Just take some good pictures. 2 or 3 should be a good start. Before you send the pictures, give him a call and explain what happened. Tell him you have pictures if he wants to see and you're willing to take it to get fixed before he comes home if he wants. Try your best to be calm when you tell him. He might get a little upset, but hopefully it won't be as bad as it seems right now. I'm already planning on telling him. I'll update you guys in about 20 minutes. Wow, I'm glad he had the foresight to get PPF for his car. It can be expensive, but worth it if he got a 911 or a Taycan or something.